Ricky Hatton has fought against depression, drink and drugs, but while he was facing up to his own challenges, he wasn't battling any opponents in the ring.
Yes, he retired from boxing after his defeat to Manny Pacquiao 3 years ago, but the hitman has announced a dramatic comeback in November.
And he's here with us right now. Morning, Ricky Hatton. How lovely to see you.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Oh, so where should we start? Why the decision to come back?
Well, that's probably the most asked question because it makes me feel very, very proud because people turn around and say to you, Ricky, you know, we loved you so much, we don't want to see you get hurt, you know, why risk tarnishing a wonderful career, what you've had so far? But for me, the reasons are very, very obvious. You know, we all have our problems in life, and due to the defeat by Manny Pacquiao and the manner in which it was, my life fell by the wayside. You know, nevertheless, I had personal problems away from boxing, and the trouble that I found myself in with depression, suicidal, and everything like that. It's quite obvious why I'm coming back. I need to put a few demons to rest and rest a few ghosts, and I want people to be proud of Ricky Hatton again. A lot of people saying, you know, are you going to fight this guy? Are you going to fight that guy? Are you going to win a world title? It's more than a boxing match, and it's more than a world title for me. It's redeeming myself in the eyes of the public, my community, British sport, I guess. So. Well,
you alluded. I mean, people are very, very fond of you, and one of the reasons was they felt like you were kind of one of them, and you felt very real. I know fans used to come up and chat to you straight after bouts, and you had that kind of relationship. And some of them felt quite let down by what happened, and you know they just didn't expect that of you.
Well, I feel I've let them down, and that's part of the reason where I'm.
Well, I'm sure people don't want you to feel that way, but can you give us a sense of when? I mean, drugs, for example. You were taking cocaine. Now, do you remember the first time that happened? I mean, what was going through your head?
I don't remember the first time it happened because I was in such a bad way. To be honest with you, I was. You know, I've always been well documented that I've liked a little bit of a drink from time to time, and obviously people sort of like that part of the side of me because I was like you say, I was like the man in the street. You know, I was, you know, a Jack the lad, you know, local boy done well type thing, and but you know, I could not cope with the defeat by Manny Pacquiao, and when I tried to make a comeback, everything that had come so easy for me, like the training, the getting up in the morning, the dieting, I couldn't do. So ultimately I went into retirement sooner before, and I just couldn't cope with it.
So you're out, you're drinking too much, and then what, you're mixing in circles, and next thing you know, you're very depressed, and then you're out, you're drinking, you add drink to the depression, and obviously then it just goes from bad to worse. And it got to the stage where, you know, I didn't have a clue where I was, what I was doing, who I was with, and to be honest, even my closest friends must have been thinking, well, God, Rick's losing it, you know, we've lost, you know, we're fed up of going out with him, if you like, you know, because that's how bad it would get. You know, 1 minute I'd be the laugh of the party, the soul of the party, and then 10 minutes later I'd be in the back, you know, the corner of the pub crying.
But Ricky, how do you make that's an enormous leap from where you were, and you describe it, you know, in extraordinary terms. How do you make it from that low point to turning it around? Was there a moment when you thought, right, I've got to, this is it, I've had enough of that?
Well, I'm busier now than I've ever been, and I think I'm somebody that needs to be busy, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm actually a promoter, boxing promoter now. I'm a trainer, I train fighters, and obviously I'm making a comeback. I did the promoting, you know, and it was giving me a huge, massive, you know, pride when I say I got one of my fighters a British title or a European title shot or a world title shot, and then, but it still didn't quite fill that gap that fighting had left. So I went in the gym, I was coaching fighters and going in the gym every day, getting fit, passing on my knowledge in the gym, and bit by bit I got a little bit of a spring in my step back.
And just tell us, and you're training, how's the training going so far?
It's brilliant really, because if you do follow the Ricky Hatton documentary, you'll know that 8 weeks before my fight, my next fight is November 24th, 8 weeks before my fight, I'm not normally in this type of shape.
Because you're known for weight ballooning.
Yeah, I'm normally slightly a little bit rounder, but no, I mean, I'm making up for 3 years, you know, I'm making up for, you know, whether I like it or not. In the ring, I always was in hard fights. Even in the early days, a 4-rounder was a hard fight for me because of the way I used to fight, and obviously burning the candle at both ends hasn't helped. So I'm making up for 3 years, so I've got myself in better shape. And
I know you're going to come back in an hour's time, Ricky, so people will have questions for you.
Will you answer some of their questions as well?
Absolutely,
later? See you in an hour. Thank you.
Thank you.